Uncle Eddie, your thoughts?
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Well, after the WWE event posing as a basketball game, Dijonaise breaks her silence on what she really meant by Cunningham's Whooite privilege.
What you talking about, Will?
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. According to her, it's complex.
Hold up.
It's nuanced.
Wait a minute.
You really won't understand.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
This coming from a woman who went to private school.
What?
Oops.
Bro, what the fuck?
But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. And yes, it's another exciting episode of what the is going on in the WNBA. I know this is like my third video in a row. And I said it before, I've done more videos on the WNBA this year than I've done not on the last 3 years because no one gave up. Anyway, the whole situation with Sophie Cunningham continues to just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Just when you hope that it would just die the hell down and just recognize, its lack of self-awareness, that dudes who like to vote pretty should not be playing in the NBA. No, we went from that to getting clotheslined in a game, and of course, white privilege. Speaking of, Dijonaise Carrington breaks her silence on what she really meant by white privilege. It's just so complex. Like, the theory of relativity, you really want to understand. And this coming from a woman who actually went to private school. What? And here we go. This coming from Outkick. Dijonaise Carrington responds to white privilege post but leaves the meaning of it still unclear. The Skyguard told one critic to exercise critical thinking skills while citing her Stanford education on the subject. Yes, I went to Stanford. I'm smarter than you. This coming from Dan Dakich.
Remember this, white privilege is a politically charged term. What did the WNBA Players Association just come up with? We will not be pawns for political gain. Well, that's all you do. That's all you are. So Dijonaise thinks that the black referee that threw her out did it because of Sophie Cunningham's white privilege. Think of how stupid this woman is. Now think about it. But hey,
but she went to Stanford.
Baby, you're getting criticized from even black people who are tired of the excuse, who are tired of the nonsense, who know maybe there is, in some instances, cases of white privilege, but now it's like a joke. It's like calling someone racist. Yeah, so what? Big deal. Then oh, boy, you're calling me racist. Oh, no, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, on to the story. Chicago Sky Dijonaise Carrington finally responded to those criticizing her. Sorry about that. Chicago Sky's Dijonaise Carrington finally responds to those criticizing her for posting white privilege after being ejected on the clothesline of Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham. But her response still doesn't explain why she chose those specific words to post on her Threads account, presumably from the locker room following her ejection during Saturday's loss to the Fever. Carrington, quote, tweeted, wow, can't get that, a retort to the XFL player who personally... The Chicago Sky's Dijonaise Carrington finally responds to those criticizing for her posting white privilege after being ejected for clotheslining Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham. But her response still doesn't explain why she chose those specific words on Threads, presumably from the locker room following her ejection during Saturday's loss to the Fever. Carrington, quote, tweeted a retort from ex-NFL player and sports personality Emmanuel Acho, who said on his speakeasy show that Carrington should not call her foul on Cunningham white privilege. I never once claimed that the assessment that the foul was white privilege. That was your assumption, Carrington's reply to Acho read on X. Try exercising your critical thinking skills. I know you studied psych. Furthermore, I'm the last thing from ignorant or asinine when it comes to speaking on white privilege. Do your research on that one. I actually went to school, one of the top universities, I might add, to educate myself on the exact subject. Carrington, who attended Stanford for 4 years before graduating, transferring to Baylor, added, I would never use the term as a rhetorical weapon, knowing the historical and social weight it holds without having proper evidence to substantiate it. Wow, big words. This coming from Emmanuel Acho.
made a basketball play, and the refs made a basketball ruling. So can we stick to basketball for a moment? Basketball play. She was attempting to go for the ball. At least she said so. She missed, and she missed egregiously. She missed, and she flagrantly hit Sophie Cunningham in the head. Now, flagrant 2, by definition, if you hit somebody with so much force that it could lead to injury, and if it doesn't appear to be a play on the ball. Though Dijonaise's intention was to play the ball, her impact was all on Sophie Cunningham's head. So as a result, the refs made the right call. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, have we seen Sophie Cunningham aggressively foul an individual before and not get thrown out of the game? Sure. Have we seen Caitlin Clark aggressively foul an individual by hitting them in the head and not get out of the game? Absolutely. You cannot be
No lies.
ignorant to that truth. But if we are paying attention to what Dijonaise Carrington did to Sophie Cunningham, it was not a race-based decision. And to call that a white privilege-based foul is to completely undermine the term of white privilege and to also completely ignore the rules in basketball.
Very well said, and yeah, I think that's considered critical thinking. Just saying, just me. So if Carrington's threads on post wasn't about the assessment of the foul, then what exactly did the threads post refer to on Saturday night following her injection? Does Carrington's post refer to Cunningham, though she didn't accuse her by name and there was no evidence of a foul of any connection to the Fever star and position on trans mental athletes in women's sports? Does it refer to the Fever organization or the WNBA as a whole? Carrington took the time to reduce the list of possibilities one by one, but for whatever reason continues to remain vague and mysterious about the controversial post. The WNBA has yet to announce any discipline for Carrington's actions in the loss to the Fever, which occurred late in the first quarter when she was hawking Cunningham. 48 hours has passed. I'm sorry, that was what, Saturday? This is Tuesday? So we're talking about more than 48 hours? And yet nothing? Gee, I wonder why. Who had a breakaway layup when Cunningham went up and Carrington jumped up and smacked her in the face, literally clotheslining her and drawing blood? The fact of the matter is that this thing continues to have legs because of the nonsense that's coming out of it. The WNBA is not a serious league. They're not a serious league. It's like the WWE. WWE, you don't tune in to see the wrestling matches. You tune in to see the show. You tune in to see the behind the scenes. You tune in to see the drama. That's exactly what the WNBA has become. It's become the ladies' drama and just happens to play a little basketball. So when Sophie Cunningham makes a point about keeping dudes who like to feel pretty out of women's sports to protect women, to protect their spaces and what have you, that is not controversial. That is commonsensical. That is actually critical thinking. Speaking of, so when Acho breaks down in regards to what the foul actually meant, and for her to use the term white privilege basically destroys the definition or dilutes it or waters it down from what the true meaning is. But she never goes down. She never goes into that realm of what white privilege is. I went to Stanford. How dare you? How dare you make light of my comment? It's white privilege. That's what it is. You don't know the meaning. You never went to a elite school like I did. Oh my. And for those who don't know, before she went to Stanford, she went to a private school. So white privilege, just saying. This continues to have legs. I understand it, but the league is not serious. They don't give up about basketball. The eyeballs are on the drama. That's all it is. That's why, that's why platforms like Outkick and X continue to have the traction that they have, because no one wants to see a game unless it's Caitlin Clark. No one wants to see the game unless it's Sophie Cunningham. No one wants to watch this league because it's ridiculous. It's clownish. And when you have everyone from the commissioner to the coaches who don't even know what a woman is, how do you consider this league serious? You can't. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borgonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue to spread the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And if they continue to put out drama like this, I will continue to put out videos like this. Well, hopefully not, but you never know. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Peace.